Hi, this is Frank with rcFoamFighters, and today we're doing part 2 to the bigger bullet plane, and we're going to be taking a look at the power system. All the parts finally came in, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, first we're going to take a look at the motor. This is a Hobby King rotor drive. It's an NTM motor, and it's a 510 kV motor. It's 45 millimeters in diameter and 59 millimeters long, and it has a rating of a maximum watts of 5,500 watts at 12S. On the motor, I have a APC 10x10 Sport prop. That's a 10-inch prop with 10 inches of pitch. Just as a comparison, this is the 1600 watt motor that I'm running on my current EPP bullet plane. And then just below that is the old 2212-6 that we used to run on some of our first planes. It's just got a little 6x4 prop on it. And I think that one was rated at around 300 watts of power. Alright, so next we're going to take a look at the ESC. The ESC is also from Hobby King. It's an Areostar 120 amp OPTO ESC, and it's rated all the way up to 12S as well. Now the last parts that I were waiting for to come in on the power system were the batteries, and I ended up getting a set of Revolectrix 3700 milliamp 70C graphene batteries. These are their new GoPacks, graphene oxide. And I'm going to be running both of these in series, so it'll give me 10S at 3700 milliamps. I do have to solder the connectors on before we can go ahead and do a test. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready and on the test stand, and we can plug the motor in and give it a test run. Okay, we're now ready to test the motor and the power system out on the stand. I've got the motor mounted to the motor mount, run to the ESC, and on this side I've got the batteries also hooked up to a watt amp meter, so hopefully we can get some video of that and see what is pulling maximum amps and watts, and then I can use the numbers also to hopefully calculate out prop speed and thrust. I'm going to have to run a separate battery to power up the ESC because it is an OPTO ESC. I don't have a 50 amp rated BEC right now, so I'm just going to be using a smaller ESC to power the servo tester for the throttle. Let me get everything plugged in and we'll run the motor up, see what it does. Okay, everything's plugged in and we're ready to do a run up. It looks like the voltage right now is at 42.26 volts. So let's go ahead and we'll walk it up first and see what it does. And then afterwards I'll probably do a spike just to see how high it goes as well. So let's go ahead and bring it up slowly. Alright, so that initial run looks like we got 39.43 was a voltage drop, 86.5 amps, and about 3,500 watts of power it looked like. Let's see, let it sec one more time. Yeah, 3498. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick spike and see how if it goes up any higher. Well, it looks like it still stayed about the same. Alright, so it looks like we got a little bit of room for maybe going up a little more in power. I was thinking it was going to probably draw more watts than this, but 3,500 watts is still quite a bit more power than the original bullet plane. So hopefully it's enough power to start off with, and who knows, if I don't like it, maybe I'll go up to 12S or maybe run a higher pitch or a bigger prop. But I think this is going to be good for a starting point. Alright guys, I think we're pretty much done with this video. I'm going to be doing a third video here coming up pretty soon, and that'll probably cover most of the build. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to break that up into 2 parts or not, but stay tuned for part 3, and thanks for watching rcFoamFighters.